Hey guys, so I'm a little bit over 1 month on tea, and this is my 1 month on tea update video. I originally wanted to get this video up when I was actually 1 month on tea, but then I got sick and then my voice was all weird, and then I wanted to have like a fairly accurate representation of how my voice actually sounds instead of sounding like a horse and husky rat. Okay, so before I get into like the specific physical changes that I've noticed, I'd pretty much say that I don't pass any more than I did while on pre-T. I still get misgendered probably around about the same frequency by strangers. Yeah, so that hasn't changed yet, but there are some other smaller minor body changes. Okay, so firstly, my voice has dropped a bit. I'm assuming you can tell. I hope you can tell. I have had people comment on my voice being a bit lower. I still do sound like a cis girl, like I could still pass for a cis girl, so my voice hasn't really like fully cracked yet. But it is a bit lower. I originally didn't think my voice would drop at all until being a few months on tea, so it is quite cool that 1 month on tea and it is noticeably a little bit lower. Okay, so the next change isn't as noticeable as a voice, but is body shape. I have noticed that like my shoulders have got a bit wider, like my back, that I almost sort of have like this sort of V shape. When I work out, I try to focus on my shoulders and upper torso in that area, so that is obviously contributing to it, but I do notice that my shoulders are like a bit broader. Alright, so the next change is hair. My moustache hair is darker and it comes down a bit further. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know, you can't see anything there, can you? As for other body hair, I have noticed that in general it's just a little bit darker, maybe a little bit more of it, like I'm starting to get like slightly darker snail trail, and like my leg hair, it seems to me anyway to be like a bit thicker and like there's more of it, but not an unbelievably noticeable amount, just a little bit. Okay, so the last physical change that I've noticed 1 month on tea is my face shape. I'm hoping that you can see from this angle that my face here has become a bit more angular, like my cheekbones are more pronounced. And then the other thing is that my jaw here, like along here, it's a little bit wider. So my face is a bit more square and also a bit more angular. I'm not sure if you can tell from watching the video compared to pre-T. I might put a picture here or something and you can see the difference. But I can definitely notice that my face is getting more masculine, which is very cool. There also has been some minor emotional changes, which I thought I might just document for the sake of documenting. All the lighting just changed. Do I look better now? No. So this isn't really an emotional change, but it kind of fits into the mental category, is I've become hungrier. It definitely, I started getting really hungry like, I would say like a couple weeks in, there was a period where I was just hungry like all the time. Right now, like this past week, I've also been sick, so I don't know, but like it hasn't been too bad, but like I was just hungry for food all the time. The other emotional change that I've noticed is that I've a little bit more irritable and kind of like moody, I guess. Yeah, the sort of hormonal moodiness, I suppose, that you would expect from a teenage boy. But yeah, it's manageable, it's no big deal, but it is a minor change I've noticed. So, and I'm assuming that's just to do with obviously the hormone fluctuations and changes, and that will settle down eventually, hopefully. Alright, so that was my video about my 1 month on tea changes and updates thingy. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can give it a like. And if you want to follow along with my journey as I medically transition, you can subscribe. That would be cool. And I forget the last line of this. So as for other was that a voice crack? Was that a voice crack? Ah! Siren. Soon. That's a phone. That's very rude, honestly. Alright, bye.